Welcome back. I want to take you straight now to the Northwest High Court. We just heard the sentencing with regards to Xander Bylsma on count 1. With regards to the murder of Chanel, you got life imprisonment on count 2. With regards to the murder of Marna, got life imprisonment as well. Let's bring in Tebogo Phakedi. They're covering the story for us. Tebogo, tell us more.
Thank you very much, Blaine. We are indeed in Northwest High Court, where Judge Ronald Hendricks just handed down the sentence against the convict, that is Xander Bylsma. And as we have mentioned there, he managed to hand down 1 life sentence for the murder of Chanel Ho, and of course another life sentence for the murder of Marna Engelbert. But to speak more about this, just to get the reaction, we will be talking to the spokesperson of a National Prosecuting Authority, that is NPA, in the province. Thank you very much, sir. If you can just talk to us and tell us the reaction at the moment as we see Judge just handed out 2 life sentences.
The NPA welcomes the life sentencing on both accounts of murder for the 2 young ladies who had their future ahead of them. We believe this sentence will send a strong message to those who would wish or plan to commit similar crimes. You know, the country is facing a serious with the NPA is facing a serious, and the country as well.
You were speaking of the issue of the schedule of GBV. It is okay. You can just explain to us, as you can state, it is now coined or termed the second pandemic. Let's talk more about that.
Of course, it's a serious nature. This scourge is rife in our country, and similar cases have been prosecuted and the DPP in the Northwest, Advocate Nook, welcomes this one in particular and commends her team for prosecuting successfully on this. And she also encourages all prosecutors to work hard and to form a front on such cases of gender-based violence, as they are quite rife in our country. And you know, there are
all right, unfortunately, do we have that audio back? No. Oh. All right, we've got it back. Let's go back to Tebogo.
For the women that he strangled. Secondly, he was a relative to one of them. So he was supposed to be the person who was supposed to protect both of these ladies, you know, to show that men out there should behave in a particular way in our society, to protect those, the most vulnerable of our society. So in this case, we welcome the sentencing, as it will send a strong message that this particular scourge has to end, as the judge indicated in his judgment.
That was Hendrik Momontane, the spokesperson of NPA in the province, reiterating what the judge said there, that this is a scourge, this is coined or termed a second pandemic in the country at the moment. Therefore, he even referenced to the sentencing report that was compiled by a social worker, stating there that he did not show any remorse for his acts or even have any, is willing to take any responsibility, blame. But as we saw there, Judge Ronald Hendricks has sentenced Xander Bylsma to 2 life sentences. Back to you in studio.
Well, I want you, from your vantage point, in terms of, we didn't get to see exactly his reaction, Bylsma's reaction when sentencing was being handed down. What did you see? What did you notice? How did he react? Because as you say now, the social worker report showing that he didn't show any remorse for his actions. What did you see from your vantage point?
I can say, Blaine, that looking at his face just after the sentencing, it was quite difficult to tell, as just right after the sentencing he went straight to his parents before he was taken to prison. And of course the other reaction is the reaction of the family of the deceased, and we saw earlier on the father of Marna Engelbert having a portrait of his deceased daughter, and of course we saw parents of Chanel Ho tearing or even crying, if one can say, really looking like a relief to them, looking like this is quite a sentence they were anticipating, Blaine. And of course this comes as really the country, or even as the president mentioned earlier last time, that gender-based violence cases must be looked at, and a particular punishment must be given, as much as Judge Ronald Hendricks also just mentioned there. But I can tell you the reaction of the convict was quite blank, if one can say that.
All right, Tebogo Phakedi, live for us in Mafikeng. Thank you very much indeed for your report. All right, I want to take you now to